Hello and welcome to my final for methods. So I decided for my final, for my essay, that I was gonna do a tier list. So down here we have visual representations of all of the different instructional strategies that we learned throughout the semester. There are 16 of them down here. There are technically 17 of these because I forgot about music. It wasn't in the box, I had it up in the corner, so I will just talk my way through music, but the rest of these all have a visual representation, and we will be ranking them because just based on my personal preference and how likely I am to use them in my classroom, because I feel like this was a huge part of what we did throughout the semester. We did it like 3 of these every single week, and I enjoyed them, and I worked hard on mine. So, I am very excited, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first one we have, so you can see it a little bit better. Our ranking, before we get into the first one, our ranking system goes S tier and then A through D. None of them are gonna be an F because they're all useful in their own way and they all have benefits and pros and cons and everything. But some of them I will definitely be using less than others. And some of them are fantastic for me personally, and I love them so much. So S tier is the best. This is the red one over here. And then we could go down to D, which is in green. So first up, we have timelines. Timelines, I'm gonna put at a solid A tier, I think. Great historical activity. I don't know if you can see the boxes very well. My other option in doing this was to screen record my iPad and then upload it here. I might still do that actually. Hold on. I'm now screen recording on the iPad, so hopefully in post you can actually see what's happening on this screen right here. But point being, we're starting with timelines, and I want to put them in a solid A tier because timelines are great like visual activity. I think they really make sense when you put it in just like things in chronological order. I think it's, you know, tried and true, but it's not like life-changing to me, honestly, at this point, because they're everywhere and I don't think that they're super engaging. So I think they're gonna be an A tier. I think there's gonna be stuff that ranks higher than them though. After this, we have think, pair, share. I like think, pair, shares. I'm gonna put think, pair, shares above timelines because everybody's engaged. I think that they're great like transition activities. Like you can go from like silent work to working in pairs and then working in bigger groups. I really like them. I think they're very versatile. They can be used as hooks. They can be used to develop. Like they don't, not really as developmental sense, but they can be like, they're used in so many different things. So I'm a big fan of think, pair, shares. Next we have Waygrounds, formerly quizzes. R.I.P. to a diva. I miss quizzes. I miss her. So Wayground, I'm gonna bump her down a little bit. I think that Wayground's gonna be C tier, unfortunately. Because not only do I miss quizzes, but they're not quite as fun as I feel like some of the, you know, newer game activities are, like Block It, which we will get to later. But she's tried and true. She has been around since I was at least in the 6th grade, so she's doing something right. I don't find her as engaging as others. Sentence starters and discussion frames. I'm sorry, these are gonna be D tier to me. So let's see. Yeah, those are right here. So D tier, they're not bad. They're not. It's just they don't really have that like je ne sais quoi energy to me. Because it just, they're a little boring. They have their purpose. They do, which is why there's no F tier. Nothing in here is bad. But they're just not super interesting to me. And I'm sure I will use them. They're just not going to be something that I consistently think about. Block It. I like Block It. I think that Block It has some things to be desired. I'm actually going to bump timelines down to B so that we can put Block It right here. Because, is it Blook It? Blook It? Luke It? Whatever she is. She's cool. She's just like, she hypes up kids so much that it can be difficult to kind of wrangle them in. And then you could have kids with personal beef because they stole coins and stuff. And I know this because I still have beef for when Jacob stole my coins when we played in class. So take that into account with Blicket. She's great, but at what cost? So, Four Corners. I love Four Corners activities. I think these are so fun. These are my first S tier. I think they're fantastic. I think they get kids up and moving. They're engaged. They can be as silly as you want them to. They can be as, like, content-based as you want them to. You can do, like, a class, like, multiple choice questions, and each corner is a different one. You can do, like, fun, like, hook activities with them. They can be concluding sets, whatever you want them to be. They're so fun. I really do enjoy those. So, S tier. I love you, Four Corners activities. After Four Corners, we have our virtual field trip. Virtual field trip, I will say, has been the biggest change, in my opinion, over the course of the semester. So virtual field trips at the beginning of the semester, I was harping on. I was like, these suck. This is terrible. I get to go look at a thing on my computer that I can't actually go see. This sucks. But whenever we were doing our instructional strategies presentations, I loved the ones that we did because it was like, okay, no, it's not just like, let's go to this place that actually, like, you could go see if we had the money to do that. Like, it's not like just touring a museum or something online. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. There can be like recreations of colonial houses and Jamestown, and I think that has so much potential, and that's really fun. So I'm gonna put them at A tier, like at the top of A tier. That being said, at the beginning of the semester, I would have put them at like C or D tier. But I think that the instructional strategy presentation was fantastic and really did change my mind about that. So we're gonna put her at the front of A tier because I really like her. She's a lot of fun. Okay, then we have our Frere model notes. I personally really like Frere model notes. I think they're great. I think that they're only gonna get knocked down a little bit because it's not something that is like super like, oh man, I think back on my history class and this was the best thing that ever happened. Like, they're not. They're great from a teacher point of view. Oh, I don't mean to knock you over, sorry. You're balanced on a Wendy's cup right now. I don't think that they're like super great from a student point of view. Just, I mean, I think they are because I use them as a student, but if you're not if you don't care about the class, then they kind of just get boring. So I like them from a teacher point of view. I like them from a student point of view, but I know that that's not the case for everybody. So they're gonna go at the back of A tier for me because I really like the structure of them. Put them right there. So then we have Kahoot. Kahoot's gonna go in S tier because she has been around for so much. She has seen every subject. She has seen everything. She has seen it all. I had a professor last semester who genuinely just used it to take attendance because he had so many kids that he didn't want to go through the roll. Like, it was a 300-person class and he was just like, do the Kahoot, say you're here, and we'll move on from there. I think they are very versatile and they can be really, really fun, and kids just enjoy them. Like, they are multi-generational at this point. So they're gonna go in S tier. I think they go above Four Corners because they're a veteran who's been here for a long time. Now we switch pages to hexagonal thinking. Hexagonal thinking is gonna go in D tier for me. I'm sorry. I still don't fully understand them, and that might be why I don't fully get what how they all connect to each other. Maybe it just hasn't been explained in a way that I understand, but I don't like them. I'm even more bitter because we got them during the make the best lesson plan you can with the random things I give you activity. I think I would have put them in D tier anyway, but hexagonal thinking is gonna go very bottom for me. No, scoot over where you go. There we go. Not a fan. Creating cartoons, I think, is fun. I think it can be cool. I think, though, that for students like me who do not know how to draw very well and are not very confident in their drawing ability, like, I can, it just takes me a very long time, and I would rather put that effort towards something else. I think that creating cartoons is good, but not, like, I'm waiting for you to be great. It's good, but it's alright. So we're gonna put creating cartoons in, like, B tier. Like, it's okay. It's fine. It could be better, but it's all right. Map analysis, big fan personally. I think that they're really fun, but a huge thing that I've had to work on this semester is remembering that what I find fun might only be fun because I'm a history person. I like doing this kind of thing, and I'm gonna have a classroom full of students who might not be interested in this kind of thing. And so map analysis from a student who maybe isn't that interested is gonna be super boring, but I find them to be really interesting. I find them to be very helpful, and I think that it reinforces really good like skills when it comes to that kind of analysis thinking. So they're gonna go in A tier for me because they're really great, and that's a skill that students need to have, even though from a student point of view they might hate them. Is it this one? Yes, it is. So they're gonna go in A tier for me, but like the back of it. Actually, no, that's a good place for them, I think. I'm bumping Think, Pair, Share back though. Like you're gonna go back there. Okay. Photograph analysis, S tier. It's so good. It's so important, and I don't care if students find this one boring because this is the one where you're really gonna need those primary source skills, because maps, yes, can be primary sources if they're from the time they're created, but a lot of the time they aren't. And so they come as more of a secondary source in my opinion, but primary source photographs, that is some critical analysis skills that students need and that I enjoy teaching, and I think they're really great, so they're gonna go in S tier too. They're gonna go above Four Corner. Actually, they're gonna go above Kahoot. I think image analysis is so important and so crucial for any sort of history skill. Mind mapping, I'm sorry, Hunter. I know this was Hunter's. I don't like mind mapping. I'm not great at it either. Maybe that's why. I feel like I could use it as a good brainstorm activity, but I feel like if I were to use it, it would be in a choice board situation where this is a thing you could do, but I was never super passionate about them teaching or student-wise. So they're okay. I understand why they work. So they're gonna go B tier. Oh, hey girl. Yeah, they're gonna go B tier. They aight. There you go. I have Who Has. Love this one. This one's so good. The only potential issue I see is if students get it wrong or they're not participating. And even then, that's just students for you sometimes. So I really like I Have Who Has. That one's gonna go S tier for me. This is really engaging. It does require participation from every single person, and it does require they be paying attention. And it could even create some group work, because I remember when we did it in class, we were all looking at each other going, do I have this right? Like, I think that really works. So I love that. Graffiti is on the same plane of existence as creating cartoons for me. Like, it's okay. It doesn't require a lot of skill. It's just not something I'd probably be using, so it's gonna go like right after. I forget where I put it. Actually, yeah. I'm actually gonna put a little bit above. I'm gonna put you right there. No. I'm gonna put it right there. So that's the last one of these I had. The other one is music, and music is good. I do really like that one. I would put that one in A tier. I think it's really great, especially if you do music like from that time period, not just music about that time period. I think that's really great. I also just really liked our music analysis, like our song analysis assignment. I thought that was really cool. I loved that patriotism paper that I wrote. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that this was fun for you. I hope this was fun and entertaining for you. But that's my ranking of all of our instructional strategies in my beautiful interactive notebook with my blood donor sticker. So there's a lot of these that I will be using. I think the only one that I wouldn't use is hexagonal thinking because I don't like that one. But other than that, these all to me have a place in the classroom that I am picturing myself having. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Thank you, Dr. Barrow.